We have to prepare for a more angry world, and how to prepare? It means to take the necessary action. What we want to do in Davos this year in this respect is to push the reset button.
History would look at this crisis as the great opportunity for reset.
The next time someone tells us that tackling climate change is either too costly or too difficult, I think we need to remind them and remind ourselves of what just is happening right now.
Treat the climate crisis like you treat any other crisis.
It is imperative that we reimagine, rebuild, redesign, reinvigorate and rebalance our world.
We not only have to demand change, but also create change.
And then we need to couple that with new initiatives to equip more people with the digital skills they'll need, not just to have a tech job, but a job that is increasingly tech-enabled in almost every part of the economy.
At the start of the pandemic, working from home might have felt like a welcome change. Now, with longer days and less interaction, some employees are starting to feel burned out.
Some employers are turning to software to monitor what their employees are doing all day long.
You need private sector capital, private sector ingenuity, private sector technology, and private sector capabilities to come to the party.
This morning, a mind-boggling report on layoffs. More than 6.6 million Americans filing new claims for unemployment insurance last week, the largest number in a single week ever.
We will now start a quite high number of task forces to look at all the different issues, and we will present all those ideas to the people assembled in Davos.
And just like that, everything in the world is made right and pure again. The Great Reset. What could be simpler?
We need to promote and embed a financial architecture that is fit for the challenges of tomorrow and that helps accelerate the transition towards a more digital and more green euro area economy. It is a challenge. It would be easy to revert back to our turf, behind our borders, and to assume that life will continue as it was. We cannot let a good crisis go to waste. We have to use it to be stronger the day after.
But after all we've been through, it isn't enough just to go back to normal. We've lost too much. We've mourned too many. We've been through too much frustration and hardship just to settle for the status quo ante, to think that life can go on as it was before the plague. And it will not. Because history teaches us that events of this magnitude, wars, famines, plagues, events that affect the vast bulk of humanity, as this virus has, they don't just come and go. They are more often than not the trigger for an acceleration of social and economic change.
They are more often than not the trigger for an acceleration of social and economic change.
Because we human beings will simply not content ourselves with a repair job. We see these moments as the time to learn and to improve on the world that went before. And that's why this government will build back better. Build back better. Build back better.
Over the last few weeks, I've laid out my Build Back Better plan.
Building back better means getting support to the most vulnerable while maintaining our momentum on reaching the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and the SDGs.